dear diary. So we picked up a great win against Loughgall, which should have put us in prime position to grab a bit of a break on top of the table. Naturally, that hasn't happened. We did beat Durgview but have dropped points in very frustrating fashion away, with a draw at Knockbreda and a loss at Harland and Wolf Welders. I even threw a water bottle after the latter of those. I think Teddy might have too, considering they are both in the relegation zone. So to say I'm a bit annoyed by those results would be an understatement, and things aren't likely to get better in the upcoming Irish Cup first round. We take on Linfield from the Prem, still looking for a win over a top tier team since I arrived here. They are third in that league, and we don't have Jay McDowell as that's his parent club, so this will be difficult. In other news, I've got my Continental C licence, which has resulted in a slight reputation boost apparently. If these players keep doing what they have the last few games, I might be forced into making the most of that. Until next time. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 15 of FMOE here on Shaun Does FM with Banbridge Town. I hope you are doing well, and coming up today we take on Linfield from the Premiership in the first round of the Peaky Blinder Irish Cup. So if you are looking forward to this one, then do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and are enjoying the series here on the channel, also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. It is greatly appreciated. But as mentioned in the diary intro off the back of the last episode, which was a top of the table clash against Loughgall, if you missed that one, I'll leave a link to it over in the top right corner. We put ourselves into quite a good position hypothetically to try and keep hold of top spot after getting above those guys thanks to goal differential. We kind of did that in the first game, beating Durgview thanks to a very late penalty to Kirk McLaughlin. But off the back of that, really disappointing results away from home against the two teams who are in the relegation zone. A 1-1 draw against Knockbreda, where unfortunately we blew it in injury time in that one, and then a very much to and fro game against Harland and Wolf Welders, which we did suffer a 3-2 defeat. So very disappointing results in those two games, and what that does mean for the league table, we have dropped back down below Loughgall 2 points, and with the goal differential closing up quite a bit as well, if we were to try and catch up to them again now, we potentially would not be in as good a position as we were come the end of yesterday's episode. So it's fair to say our form since that episode has not been the best, and that is not what you need going into a game where you are going to take on a team from the Premiership, and we take on Linfield. They currently find themselves actually in second on the table, so that intro was completely wrong, but it's too late now, and as you can see, also in quite good form heading into this one, currently in one of those spots, which does mean they will take part in European qualifying next season. So this is certainly a tough test, only made the tougher by the fact that our star striker this season in Jay McDowell, he is cup tied for this one, being his parent club that he is playing against. That does mean Eamon Fife will step in up front for him, the former Dundallah man. Hopefully he can do a good job in his place, but apart from that, we're pretty much at full strength in terms of our starting 11 for this one. It's just that one change up front, but it is quite a big one. And Fife has been performing well in friendly games for us. This will be a good test to see if he can do that against Premiership teams, which could be important, because if we are still in charge of Banbridge Town next season and we do get a promotion, he is one of the players who we do actually own technically. So it would be nice for him to be able to perform at that level. And you also might have spotted the fact that there is a new signing down there who is cup tied. That is Ben McCann. He is a new signing here at Banbridge Town just to strengthen up our defence. This has come off the back of that recent rough patch of form. He looks a bit more solid than Ojdam Ferry, so we have signed him to partner Dylan Snodden at the back. So hopefully he will get some game time off the back of this game, and we can improve defensively and start to rise our way back up the table. But he is a good solid centre-back at 25 years old, certainly an improvement on Ferry, even though he is going to cost us quite a bit of what was remaining in our wage budget at £130 a week, but a good solid player with lots of experience at this level as well as in the Premiership. So hopefully he can do a good job for us after joining on a free transfer. And the other bit of news to cover off the back of yesterday's episode, as you saw on the intro, We have got our Continental C licence. We are studying for the B licence. That was a bit of an error on my part. I was going to try and keep this save to being 2 coaching courses per year, but I had a bit of a weak moment when I was playing this game on the bus this morning and accidentally clicked to start a new coaching course. But to be fair, they do take a while now that we are at continental level. And as mentioned in yesterday's episode, where we did try and go for the Banbridge Town job and didn't even make the shortlist, I think that coaching qualification is going to help us out in trying to get a move away from Banbridge Town anyway. But we have got our Continental C licence. Nice little bump up in terms of the reputation as well. It would have been interesting to see if we had have got that Banbridge Town job, if we had that C licence. But nonetheless, we are now studying for our B licence, and hopefully we can put it to use in this upcoming game and finally beat a team from the Premiership. We've had a lot of chances so far in cup competitions. This is going to be a tough one though at Windsor Park, and we'll come back shortly with the action from the first round of the Peaky Blinder Irish Cup. And a very early highlight into this first round of the Irish Cup. Just like yesterday, we are in the red. Our opposition are in the blue this time with white shorts. We do have a throw in here just inside our own half. Snodden will try and hoof this for McCavitt. Gets a little bit tangled up there. The ball did fall 2-5, but unfortunately Fallon ended up with it, but he boops it deep and Ferry is there to tidy things up. Great chance there for McCavitt, but unfortunately straight into the path of the Linfield goalkeeper. Those are the chances we need to be taking against Premiership teams, especially this early on. We do have a corner which Ferry gets on the end of, but unfortunately also heads that straight into the path of Walsh. So a couple of good early chances, but still 0-0. And just past the 15-minute mark, our next highlight does start here as Linfield on the ball just past the halfway line as they look to play out from the back. They are going with a 4-2-3-1 today. Nice ball up there for Cooper. It's a tight angle, but this time Lewis Hunter comes up with a big save. So that's now some good work from the goalkeepers at both ends to keep it at 0-0. And just past the half-hour mark, we are back down the end here for a free kick. We put that far post looking for Odran Ferry, but unfortunately his header goes just over the bar. Looking for that top left corner, so we're getting chances in this one, but have not been able to put the ball in the back of the net yet. And here is Linfield down the other end with a throw-in inside the final third. Some good work there from McDermott initially, but he tries to clear that straight into the path of Fallon. They try and put a ball over the top there, but Higgins will head that one on for Ferry. Bit of a loose first touch there from Lumi Conway. He recovers well, but then their player gets the ball back for them, and now McKee tries to head that one in behind. It's a little bit to and fro here, right on the edge of the box. McKee now will just keep that one in. McDermott with a slide tackle, and McKee just somehow goes right through him here. Now Quinn, edge of the box. He finds Skinnell. We try and mark him tightly, but unfortunately he still finds its way into the back of the net, or the shot finds its way into the back of the net. And a few minutes before halftime, we go 1-0 down here at Windsor Park. Still not quite sure how McKee has levitated there through McDermott, but nonetheless, they get the ball into the box there through Scannell. 2 of our centre-backs marking him. He can still evade them. Puts that one past Hunter, and we go 1-0 down. And that is half-time in this first round Irish Cup tie. Unfortunately, that late goal, which Linfield did score through Scannell, does give them a 1-0 lead. But apart from that, it has actually been quite an even game. There's a few players out there, though, on quite poor ratings. So we're going to make a triple sub here at halftime. Tosh will come on for Higgins. Maguire for Robin. Also Fife, just not doing it up front. Kurt McLaughlin can come on for him. And hopefully we can work our way back into this one in the second half. We will kick it off being 1-0 down. And just shy of the hour mark here, a free kick which OG Gallagher's going to try and put in that top left corner, but it's a really good save there from Walsh. We aren't scoring too many goals from free kicks in this save, but that was a good effort. Just forced a good save there out of the Linfield goalkeeper. We missed that effort there inside the box from the corner, but he puts this far post. Maguire will tidy this up, but he is on the retreat. Cowan now on the ball. Is this highlight going to amount to anything else as he passes that back to McDermott? Conway there far post was actually in a good position, but unfortunately can't get a shot off on target. He is on a poor rating and has now picked up a yellow card as well. So off the back of that highlight, McLaughlin will come on for him. Half hour left and we are still 1-0 down. And not too long off the back of that previous highlight and substitution, we're going to make our last one here. Cowan, also on an average rating, has just picked up a yellow card. Francis Turley will come on for him. still looking for an equaliser. And our next highlight comes at the 69-minute mark, and hopefully it's going to be a nice result for us here as we are on the ball. Lovely ball over the top there for Maguire, who is off the bench. He puts that one in for McKibben. It's a good effort. It comes off the underside of the crossbar, and we can't do anything off the back of that. We've had some good chances in this game, but unfortunately have not been able to put the ball in the back of the net. Just over 10 minutes left, and we are still 1-0 down. And we are entering injury time in this game. We have thrown bodies forward. We are trying to get a more direct passing style, a little bit more direct than we usually do, but unfortunately it is going to amount to nothing. Overall, we actually played quite well in that game, but unfortunately for the first time in a while, that is going to be back-to-back losses here at Banbridge Town, with a 1-0 loss away there at Linfield in the first round of the Irish Cup. Not too disappointed with the result, because against a team who are up there in the top division, it was always unlikely we were going to pick up a win, but we certainly had some chances there to put the ball in the back of the net. So an encouraging performance, but unfortunately it amounts to nothing, and we get knocked out in the first round of the Irish Cup 1-0 at Linfield. And back in the inbox off the back of that 1-0 loss, as I said, we actually played quite well. We slightly edged things in terms of XG, despite the fact we didn't have much of the ball, but still just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. And that does now mean we are out of all of the possible cup competitions this season here at Banbridge Town. So that does mean that from this point forward, we can start to focus on the end of the championship season. A reminder, it still looks like we're in a pretty close race there with Lockgull for that automatic promotion spot and that title. And if we don't get that, we should really, with only 9 games left before we do go into the championship split and being 13 points clear of Portadown, if we can turn around this little rough patch of form, we still should be entering, at the very least, one playoff game come the end of that championship group phase. But that will do it for today's episode, getting knocked out in the first round of the Irish Cup. If you did enjoy that, then do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and are enjoying the series here on the channel, also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. Tomorrow, if we have a look at what is coming up in the month of February, we played them yesterday, but it's the game which makes the most sense, especially considering what that league table does look like. I think we're going to come back and yet again take on Lockgull. A win there away from home might put us in a good position to jump back above them, hopefully. In between now and then as well, we can re-find our form in the league off the back of those disappointing results against Knockbladder and Harland and Wolf Welders. But we'll come back tomorrow for another top of the table clash against the Lockgull team that you're probably going to get used to quite a bit this week here on the channel. And until then, thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you then. Cheers.